Previously on Survivor Boston, a twist sent both tribes to tribal council, leaving everyone scrambling for numbers. On Pijaki, it was clear that the alliance of Isabella, Spencer, Tay, Joe, and Jonathan were sticking together to vote off either Christy or Matt.
So 3 of us are voting for Matt, you 3 are voting for Matt, and we're voting for Christy.
Even though the alliance members had their doubts about Spencer's loyalty, they split the votes, forcing Matt to play his idol and sending Christy home.
4th person voted out of Survivor Boston. Christy. Christy, you need to bring your buff.
On Makwa, Aiden continued to drive the tribe insane with his erratic gameplay.
I don't know that I can trust you, man. I wanna trust you. I wanna believe you being like, oh, let's vote off Emily Kidd, but like I cannot get like I've been thinking so much about what he's playing with me. He's a sociopath.
Well, Emily K made the tribe paranoid for being too far under the radar and being constantly MIA. In the end, Old Green members decided to betray one of their own in order to bring stability back to the tribe in voting off Aiden.
5th person, vote out of Survivor Boston.
Peace in our time! Peace in our time!
Aiden. Aiden, you need to bring your buff.
13 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
As soon as I got it, I knew it was fake. I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if I just played on him when I voted him out, and I never thought it would actually come into fruition. Honestly, to myself, I was like, is this gonna be mean? Like, I don't want it to be mean. It was meant to be lighthearted. I actually think it ended up a little bit biting me in the butt because anything with an idol, whether it be fake or not fake, draws attention. I think it drew attention to the move a little bit from the other team.
So I'm on the plane heading home for the weekend.
I'm sitting on the airplane and I pull out my textbook to start doing homework and everything, and there's this note on my textbook that says, "Hey buddy, I got voted out last night, unhappy face, good luck man." And I was like, that's so he's being nice about it. So, kudos to Aiden. But I'm totally fine with him getting voted off. You just can't play that kind of game. You can't play a game where you piss people off, and that's what he did.
Because I think Aiden morale goes down when he is kind of being faded on it, in the challenges or whatever. The strongest alliance that I have currently is the green team originally, the original green team. And next week, without them knowing, if we lose, and the next time we do it, we're gonna vote off Siobhan. That's the hopeful scenario. And then Jack's gonna be one person. Unless we do a tribal switch or if we merge, then we'll just have an insane thing against him and we'll just vote him off. And then at that point, we're just gonna have old green team back again, and then we'll just see what happens from there.
It's rolling. So just say what kind of movies do you like, Emily?
Well, one that I really enjoy is Jack and Jill. I'm being very serious. I enjoy it, and it's bad, but in a great way. Adam Sandler's Two People at Once. It's a great time.
My tribe absolutely hated when I played the idol, and it was funny because after that night happened, they all were just like, oh, great, power move, awesome, no, first immunity of the season, so good. And then it was just, you felt all this tension just in the elevator on the way down. It was not good. I mean, I was basically grabbing onto vines trying to pull myself back up.
Here's the thing. If it's my last week, that's fine, but I'm gonna tell you guys everything. For you, for the future of the game, for whatever reason. Of course.
I talked to Jonathan right after. First of all, I think that getting me out right away after Christy was just a horrible idea because that's so obvious. There are so many other powerful players on Pijaki that, you know, really have an opportunity to make it far into this game, like Spencer and Tay and all that. So
I'm worried a little bit about Spencer and Isabella. They don't have the numbers on our side right now, but
just in terms of them really like teaming up,
just being very powerful together. I mean, like I said, I have no hard feelings about what happened. It did happen though, and I'm worried that there might be some sort of switch in their minds.
So who do you think they're coming after?
I don't think they're in a position where they actually can.
Okay.
But
you're just saying like
it could happen, you know? I don't even think they're thinking about you guys necessarily. Like, I think that they're waiting for the merge to grab numbers and then...
So you think that they would work with people like Emily or...
No.
During our third challenge, Matt got seriously injured. He got a mild concussion, and, you know, outside of this game, like, I consider myself a compassionate person. I want Matt not to struggle. I don't want him to have to deal with the, you know, toll of this game while having a concussion. Matt clearly wants to stay in this game, and he is using everything at his disposal. And, you know, power to him. The fact that he is trying to play this very shady game now, I think is just cementing even more so in my mind that he has to go.
I think I want to ask you, what is your options when it comes to going to tribal at least once?
You mean like who I'd want to vote out?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you brought up some really valid points about Spencer. I mean, obviously, like, he played that flip, like, excellently. I mean, again, like, for me, I just want to, like, vote in the majority. So, like, if you have a plan, like, you have the votes there, like, I'm down.
Yeah.
I trust my allies enough that I don't think that they would turn on this. I think we're all on the same page that within this game, Matt has been very shady.
I do want to work with you guys. I've always wanted to.
I know. Like I said, I think it's just been a matter of, like, wanting it to work out, but it just hasn't worked out in the last few votes. So, like, I see where you're coming from.
I've identified both Spencer and Tay as big players in this game, and I think at some point, either soon or a little later down the line, I will have to take them out in order to win this game, both to get to the end and also win when I get to the end. If we end up going to a tribal with just the 5 of us, I want Tay and Joe to be going after Spencer and Isabella, and I want Spencer and Isabella to be going after Tay and Joe to allow me to decide who I want to move forward in this game.
Alright guys, are we ready to get to today's immunity challenge? I'm ready for it to go.
Always! Always,
Alright,
Albert,
today you will be playing once again for tribal immunity, but first we're gonna get to a twist.
No!
It's too early. Like,
But
I
there's
actually
only
can't.
3 of
I
us!
actually
We
can't
just
do
had
that.
a twist.
Yo, we about to drop
We've
the
had twists every episode.
What is it?
Alright, so for this twist, if on your tribe you feel that maybe you're not liking this tribe, you have a better shot on another tribe, you are being given the option right now, all 7 of you who showed up to the challenge, to mutiny against your current tribe and jump to the other tribe. Meaning, if you decide to step forward, you will drop your buff, you will be a full-fledged member of the other tribe, as if you were with them the entire time. You now have 5 seconds to decide if you want to. You will step forward. 5, 4,
I'd do it.
3, 2, 1. Matt, step forward. Matt, you can drop your buff. You will be joining Aqua. grab that from you. Or it's on the ground.
Said drop.
I did. So Matt,
That's
go
what
over to
happens.
Makwa. You can join them.
Power moves, Matt. Okay. Power moves. Power moves. I respect it.
I don't.
All right.
Oh, Matt's gotta get out.
Matt
We're gonna get
officially
him.
joins the Makwa tribe, as if he was there all along. So now, are we ready to get to today's immunity challenge?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Just the Lord or whatever the heck is up there just looking down because we were offered mutiny, which means that we had the chance to switch our tribe if we felt unsafe for any reason. And I mean, right from the moment you said it, I was like, I'm gonna step forward.
I was contemplating switching teams just because I was thinking like I would be around like more of my old team members possibly, and then we would like try to like get everyone else back together for the merge. Except I wasn't like positive if they still had that intent as well, because like I hadn't met up with everyone from like my original team. If they're still like up for that, like it'll work out eventually.
For today's immunity challenge, there will be two members that are blindfolded. The other member will be calling out to these blindfolded members to go and retrieve 3 buffs of your tribe color. So basically, let's say we have one person of purple calling out, one person of green calling out. Their job is to get their 2 blindfolded people to the cones that are layered all behind me, where there's 1 green buff and 1 purple buff at each one of these cones. Once you grab your color buff, you have to bring it back. Blindfolded this entire time. You can grab 1 buff at a time. After you get all 3 buffs of your color, there's a final pink buff all the way down there, which you will then grab once the first tribe who has their pink buff back wins immunity.
Wait,
the other tribe grabs council.
Like, I need you to. Spencer!
All right,
Like,
for
okay.
immunity
Am I good?
with brand new tribes.
Should
Yep.
I switch sides or should I stay here?
Survivors ready. Go. Oh, walking out with passion. Dan trying to go for a run. Isabella trying to walk straight forward.
Great.
Yep, you're doing great. Keep going. Emily, I want you to run to the fence.
Okay, Isabella, go a little.
Em, run to the fence. Now take a left, Emily. Feel the pull. Down. Down, Emily, down.
Dan seems completely lost right now. Has no idea where he's going. Isabella walking straight forward. Does not seem to know where she's going at all. There we go. Dan and Isabella both finding the furthest. Isabella coming. Emily Kidd coming back with her first buff. Makwa has their first buff.
Right there, Jonathan, you got it.
Isabella and Dan coming back with their first buffs.
To the right. To the right. Straight. Perfect, Jonathan. That's it.
Jonathan has his buff for Pijaki. Dan running out for Pijaki, or for Makwa. Isabella heading out for her next buff. Jonathan's taking a long time with that first buff. Dan sprints past him.
So close. Everybody right here.
Em, run straight.
Right here.
Emily Kidd heading out for the pink buff.
Em, I want you to run until you hit that stick.
What do you want me to do?
Slow down. Dan, stay here. Em, slow down. Go to the left. You're gonna go to the left. I'm gonna run into something. Emily, stop. Emily, stop. I want you to walk straight towards me. This is kind of loose. Yep. Hit the ground now.
Go left.
Go back to where Spencer
Go
was.
left. Perfect. Straight. Run.
Run.
All right. A little more left.
Run. Keep going, girl. Keep going, girl.
Emily trying to run back. Will she make it? Will she make it?
Jonathan, come on back. Come on back.
Or Makwa wins immunity.
We lost.
I was so good at this.
Come back, Jonathan. We're done.
Tribal Council. All right, so Makwa, you guys have won immunity, which means Pijaki will be going to Tribal Council. However, Pijaki, you can choose one person from Makwa who may or may not be here to be exiled until the next immunity challenge.
Alright, we're giving it to Siobhan because we're hoping you give her a secret advantage.
Alright, Siobhan will be exiled. She'll return in time for the next community challenge. Pijaki will reach out to you for tribal council. Mako, congratulations. Y'all can head out.
Thank you.
Emily Kid. I'm surprised she's made it this far, is like just because I have no idea where she stands. She's either like sketchy and suspicious, or she's just like oblivious. And either way, like it's not good to have someone who's oblivious, because then they're like easily swayed by other people. So it's like good to have the majority. But at the same time, I felt even worse for like the new Pijaki tribe because they had like, after he left them, and since they've been losing, they wound up going down to like 5 people, which really sucks for them, and I feel bad.
Yes, that was literally the best thing that could have literally ever happened. We literally, like, after that whole thing happened, we like waited for the elevator doors to close, and then as soon as we were alone in the elevator, we just like screamed and like hugged each other. Matt is very much my safety blanket, and I know that like when we, and like I'm sure like I'm comforting to him too, and like when we tribe swapped and he wasn't on my tribe, like he got the short end of the stick. Literally, that could have not gone any better.
Right when I step forward, all you hear is Emily go, "Do it, Matt!" And I mean, I took my step forward and just kind of stared straight. I was so annoyed. I mean, I don't think it, in the long run, I'm sure it's gonna come back to bite us in the ass, but it's whatever.
I'm gonna cry.
Hello, Isabella.
Hi, Jacob. I have a question.
What's that?
Here's my cue for you.
The whole week got a lot more complicated because Matt left our tribe. He would have been an easy vote, and now there really aren't any easy votes.
I thought maybe he'd try to help us out. We lose every time, but
Right
no.
when he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a twist," I was like, maybe we'll finally get something nice handed to us.
But
And instead, we got a big old shit in my mouth. Is what you gave me, Jacob Albert. You shat in my mouth and punched me in the stomach and said, "Hey, stupid little bitch, you're a stupid
And then
little
you
bitch."
pushed
That's what
me
you
into the
did.
fence while I was blindfolded.
You didn't
Really?
do anything to me, but I'm still mad about it.
This challenge was a rough one to lose. I would have been perfectly fine going to merge with everyone here, but this does give me an opportunity to make a big move here, and the first target that popped into my head was Tay.
Who are we gonna vote for?
Here's my thinking. I want to work with the two of you, like, into the merge, late into the
I do
game.
too, Jonathan. I really want to work with you.
And there's one person on our tribe who does not want that to happen.
Who?
And it's Tay.
Why?
Yeah, because Tay has been very good. I mean, you know this from Mako. She's very close with Jack. She's very close with Emily Kidd. I mean, she's even close with Siobhan, who I think like would want to work with us.
Yeah.
Who I want to work with.
Yeah.
But like Siobhan probably won't ever vote out Tay.
She's someone who I know is a power player, has many connections in this game, both on my tribe with Joe and on the other tribe.
And I want to work with Tay, but we don't have a choice now. One of us has to go.
If it has to be one of us, Tay is playing an amazing social game, and that's really scary.
This tribal sucks because it's actually all of us are in an alliance together.
It was the 5 of us making all of the decisions.
Yeah, and so now, excuse me, but here's the dealio. Jonathan grabbed the two of us and was like, let's get rid of Tay. And we want Jonathan in the end, and we know that a lot of people don't like the way he plays the game. We wanted him in our final 3.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm not opposed to it. I think it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is like we're gonna have to do damage control after this, especially if we make the merge, because Jack's not gonna be
But
happy
honestly,
with us.
like, we don't even have to do damage control because it's
Because
very clear.
we were the ones that were put in a shitty position.
Exactly, and it's very
we were
clear that the
forced.
rest of us are like all friends, you know? So like they're not gonna blame us for voting off someone when it's like, who are we supposed to vote off?
So when he wanted to get rid of Tay, we were like, that makes sense. We don't want Tay with Jack. That makes perfect sense.
Let's get Tay out before merge.
Now, since we technically are at a majority,
Technically, yeah.
technically speaking. So yeah, when I was on the plane, I obviously didn't get any messages for like a little while and everything. And then next thing when I got off, I saw that, your message basically saying, hey, you guys lost. Matt's gone from your tribe. Good luck. And I was like, okay, great, but not great. Like,
I don't know what like our thinking should be.
Yeah.
So.
My only reservation about voting off Isabella is that she did. This is the problem because they both proved to us that they're loyal.
And that's why this is I don't want to vote out anyone.
And I both
but
love
we have
them
to.
so much, and I want to continue playing this game with them.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, it's like Spencer knows a lot about the other tribes, so I think he could help us out and possibly even help, be like a double agent again. Or, I mean, Isabella could do the same thing because, she's always like...
Yeah.
But the decision isn't that clear cut because on the other side of things, Spencer is also a threat, and I can't just completely disregard the fact that he and Siobhan could team up. Siobhan probably doesn't trust me much considering she voted for me in the Cape Tribal Council.
Okay, so how do you guys want to decide who to take out?
We could get a quarter, spin it on the table right here, right now.
Honestly, I'm not,
Slam it
not
down.
opposed to that.
Like,
Slam it down,
yeah.
and then, if it's heads, let's say it's Spencer. If it's tails, it's... You have a quarter?
So I desperately did not want to throw a name out there. I took psychology in high school, and they said that if you're trying to make a decision, flip a coin because your brain will immediately think of the option that you want or don't want. So I thought using the coin method would push one of them to say, wait.
The one thing I am worried about with Spencer is if we do merge and we have him over, he's going to be like, oh, I'm with my Pijaki people.
Yeah. And I know Isabella would stay with us.
How many Makwa is on the other tribe?
Just Jack, Siobhan, Emily.
So
And if
we
we
would
were
have
to-
7. So we would have more than Pijaki.
Yeah.
Yes, we would. Should we save Isabella?
That would make a lot more sense.
I actually think we should vote out this person, which happened. So Jonathan and Joe both agreed that we should take out Spencer. So it worked.
Okay.
Do you think that Spencer...
That's
okay,
very-
alright, thank God. All right.
Put her away.
So now I'm put in a difficult situation where we have Tay and Joe on one side who are voting for Spencer, and we have Isabella and Spencer on the other side voting for Tay. And as long as I'm not being duped, my vote will be the deciding vote, and it will dictate my game moving forward, who I can work with, who's going to be pissed at me.
Me, Tay, and Jonathan met up and we're like, okay, let's get rid of Spencer. Spencer is a part of the other tribe. Yes, he may have helped us out and everything, but we were like, if we vote him out and then if we happen to merge at some point, Mako's going to have a majority.
I mean, if it's not abundantly clear, I would like to go to the final three with you, and I want to make sure that we actually have a way of getting there.
Yeah, and see,
Then all of a sudden, Tay leaves, and then Jonathan's like, yo, let's get rid of Tay. And I was like, what? Why would you want to do this? This is so stupid.
Because like I said, I 99% trust Tay. You can't 100% trust someone in this game. But the thing is, if you vote out Tay and it gets back to Jack is gonna be like, yo, Makwa people, look what these people did, and we would be picked off.
And I know that Tay is a player who could make it to the merge and run it all the way to the end. I know that even if Tay would consider taking me to that, I would lose in the final tribal council to her. But at the same time, I don't know if a vote against her is necessarily a vote against them. Because
I think Jack may take it personally.
But the same thing applies to Jack. If Jack went to the final threes, Tay, if I was on the jury, and I assume the same with you, right? I would vote for Tay over Jack.
Tay, Jonathan, and I are really, really tight. And we think that if we stuck together, we could make it to the final 3. I mean, he doesn't even have to do this. It doesn't make any sense. He was in the majority, and then now he's being super, on the offense and just trying to vote out Tay, which makes no sense right now, in my opinion.
Even then, I think it's clear that Tay controls the dynamic, and I want to work with Tay and I want to trust her, but at the same time, I'm skeptical of how far she would actually bring us if we could actually get to the final.
I think we need to just keep going right now I don't think we need to think about voting out Tay right now. I think we just need to vote out Spencer.
Like, if you're already safe with someone, why in the world would you want to go like, hey, that person that's keeping me safe, I'm gonna vote them out.
That's what I'm saying, like, don't mess with the ring yet. Now, if it starts to get to the point where you hear like our names actually being thrown around, then we'll consider it, and then we'll discuss like what we can bring to the table.
But like, do we want to spend a whole semester doing this and then end up either getting taken out in 5th or 6th place, or getting to the end and losing to Tay?
Oh, so Jonathan's plan was he was like, Tay has been trying to convince Joe that you're a snake and that you're like a snaky player, Isabella, and that you shouldn't be here, which I don't buy because Tay and I are in another alliance, the Foxy Four, which you're very well aware of.
So my approach to this was basically to wait for someone to make the offensive move. I definitely didn't want to be the first one to throw someone's name out there, but Isabella called me and told me that Jonathan was trying to convince Isabella and Spencer to vote me out. I just have to tell you. I have
Please.
so much to tell you
Please
guys.
spill the tea, Tay. My ears are ready.
It's bad. I met with Spencer and Isabella and told them everything that happened at that meeting.
It's kind of like dancing around the idea. Everyone's like, yeah, this is so hard. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just flip a coin then. Like, I was just like, we're gonna flip a coin.
I mean,
And so Jonathan pulls out a coin, and then Joe goes, wait.
I'm definitely not surprised that Jonathan is targeting me because he tried to target me before when the week that we were voting out Kate. He was flippy-floppy and kind of, I heard rumors of him scrambling. I know he thinks I'm a threat, especially because I have so many ties on both teams.
So then Joe goes, actually, like, I really trust Spencer, especially since he showed his loyalty to us. But then the tables turned, and then Jonathan was like, but wait, Isabella has been with us for longer, and she's more likely to stay with us. And he was saying, and then Jonathan was getting super paranoid.
Joe, of all people, goes, what about Isabella?
No, that's not what he said. He said, I really trust Spencer.
Oh, that is what, yeah.
But
But
same
which and
thing.
what? Which
Same thing.
Isabella.
Bye.
He's very paranoid, and I could tell he was like very nervous with me because because he mentioned a couple times right after the challenge he talked to you guys, and I was like, oh, why'd you tell them? And then he was just like, oh, I was just talking about how it's really like sucky that we keep losing, and I was like in my head like.
So I knew immediately that, you know, Jonathan wanted me out. So yeah, this whole week has just been navigating how to go about that.
Literally, he sat us down and we were like, yeah, that was a pretty kind of challenge. And he's like, yeah, so I think Tay. We were like, oh! It was like, oh, okay.
And then he flipped it on you guys. And then he flipped it on you guys. Just to make the point clear, he brought up both of your names.
Jonathan's an easy quote-unquote.
Also, moving forward, Jonathan is very, very nervous and wishy-washy. When he gets nervous, he makes things up, and we're never sure which direction he's going.
Tay needs to go before the merge.
We get out a huge person.
Huge threat.
We take out one of Siobhan's little minions.
I think at this point, what it's really coming down to is how can I best equip myself to win this game? Who can I work with moving forward? Who can I trust? Who is the biggest threat to me in the long run? Because I'm trying to focus my game a little more long term now. The merge is going to be a big shift in the dynamic of how I play this game.
Like, what we would do is go over to the other team
the other team
with
was
a power look, because we would have all of the Mako people, we would be overpowering them, and we would be back at the top. And I was like, and he wasn't buying that. And I was like, dude.
Yesterday after I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super like flippy floppy, and that's what.
No, that's worrying me too right now.
Alright, Pijaki, welcome back to Tribal Council. This is becoming a Very nice routine. We'll start tonight. Joseph, clearly the mutiny. Matt went off the tribe, as he probably would have been the next target. How does this affect your tribe?
Well, I think it affects us greatly because I think we all were like, hey, let's get rid of Matt. So this really throws a wrench in our plan because we're like, well, dang, now what? So, yeah.
Exactly. Spencer, now what? How do you decide who is going? Because this was a very tight group of 5 that was able to potentially start getting rid of all the older Pijaki members, which, as a reminder, you also were.
Oh, Jacob. I will say, going forward in terms of who I'm voting tonight, it's gonna be what's best for the merge. I think we're all kind of thinking forward to the merge. You know, who are we gonna really trust by our side? Who is going to be someone that we know we have a strong alliance with? Who's gonna be someone that we know we can trust and isn't gonna be snaky and shady and all those bad qualities?
So, Isabella, is there someone on your tribe who potentially has done what Spencer has said?
I think in the long run, genuinely, I wish that I could keep everyone here. I think it's funny that Spencer says that he'd get rid of a snake because I think Spencer annoys a snake. But who isn't, honestly? But yeah, I forgot the question.
Spencer, she basically just called you out as a snake on the tribe, as you did originally flip from old Pijaki to the old Mako members. Is this something that potentially could be putting a target on your back?
I mean, I think it definitely will, and I knew that was the risk when I intended to vote out Natalie all those tribals ago. I knew what the risk was. I knew that it would make me look snaky, but I was hoping at the time, and I still hope, that it would only show I was snaky towards the people that I didn't trust, which was that group of people.
So, Tay, how much influence does a possible upcoming merge have on this tribal council? Are you starting to think about which players should be with me at the merge and who should?
Yes. So definitely the merge is coming and I'm scared and I have to start thinking about who I want to play with. So I definitely want people that I know I can trust and make a solid decision with. Yeah, I just want loyalty and trust for as long as I can get it in the merge.
Jonathan, what are you basing this vote off of tonight?
I think a lot of good points have been brought up so far. We have to think about the merge because it is right around the corner, and who can we trust? Who's going to be a threat moving forward? Who do we want to take out when we get to the merge?
So, because we're now with one old alliance together, who here does feel safe tonight? Who feels comfortable with these people?
That's so sad.
That's really sad.
So, Joseph, is that potentially saying something? Because you guys were all at one point a really strong, solid alliance.
I don't really think it says that we don't really necessarily trust each other, because I think there are some people in this group that can trust each other 100%. Just the thing is, like, I've only raised my hand one time that I felt like I was safe, and it was simply because everyone knew that Kate was going. Like, everyone knew, even she did. So, you know, I'm just like, I'm never going to raise my hand, because in my mind, that's just a really cocky way to play the game, going like, oh yeah, I'm safe every single week. Because, I mean, you're not. This game is about backstabbing and front stabbing, so I'm never going to really feel 100% safe all the time. Because there's always that one person hiding in the grass.
So Tay, moving forward, if you're still here after this tribal council, what does this tribe need to do to unify?
So we definitely need to stay as a unit, you know. We're such a small group that word can travel so quickly. And it's just, we have to stay on the same page or it's gonna fall apart.
All right, so.
And let's win the next one.
Yes, we have to win!
Vote of the year.
All right, it is time to vote. Spencer, you're first.
Ugh.
Okay.
Wait, what am I even doing? I don't even remember what I'm voting for anymore. I'm gonna look back on this moment and say either this is why I won or this is why I lost. I gotta make this move.
It's already filming?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. You're still one of my closest friends that I made this season. But why would you throw my name out there? Like, for real? That was really shady.
so sorry.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay.
Can you imagine?
That would take a while.
It'll be like,
Asshole would clench so tight.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Tay. Jonathan. It's one vote Tay, one vote Jonathan. Jonathan. It's 2 votes Jonathan, 1 vote Tay. Sixth person voted out of Survivor Boston. Jonathan. Please bring me your buff. Jonathan, tribe spoken. And so you guys are down to 4 tribe members.
That's nuts!
You guys
4 going up against 8.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
You guys are saying that unity is something you all need to find. Hopefully you find it and you're able to win. Grab your stuff. I don't know. Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying season 2 so far. Just to give a quick update, everybody who was voted off in the pre-merge will end up having a live reunion show on Thursday the 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can leave your questions starting in this poll right in the description to leave questions for everybody who's been voted out thus far and the person who's voted off in the next episode. Everyone from pre-merge will hopefully be there and answering your questions that you have. So thanks for watching, guys.
Next time on Survivor Boston, the final 12 battle it out in another challenge, and with the merge on the horizon, everyone is planning ahead.
I really don't want Tay to be back with Siobhan and Jack.
As a longtime fan, this is one of my big dreams, and I wanted to go big or go home, and I knew that there was a chance that Tay could sniff out that I was trying to vote her out, and unfortunately she was able to flip the vote, and I think that this is a very strong case for exactly what I was saying. Tay's probably going to win this game, and you know what? I'm going to be very proud of her when she does. I love everyone on my tribe, and I really have no hard feelings.